Zombie. And that is what I'm reviewing this week. Zombie without the E, the port of Zombie U, a Wii U exclusive, but Ubisoft realized, hey, this is a pretty good premise, you know? It might be amazing on other consoles. I mean, the Wii U is a damn good console, but the hardware is almost as good as an original Xbox. So, they ported it to the Xbox One, PS4, and the glorious PC gaming master race. But honestly, I was so close to buying a Wii U that if this game was bundled with a custom controller, I was probably going to get it. I would have been like Futurama, well, shut up and take my money. Because I was that desperate, I wanted the console that bad. But anyway, moving on. The game's visuals are aesthetically pleasing. They give off that amazing horror George Romero zombie vibe, but in a British location. And I love that your first weapon is a cricket bat, nothing like a good old-fashioned Shaun of the Dead reference. I like that. Shaun of the Dead is pretty good. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it, but first off, I'm still reviewing a zombie game. Either way, the combat is okay. Guns shoot. You whack with whole weapons. Melee weapons are scarce. That's the only thing. Sometimes hard to find. So you're going to be using your trusty, rusty, zombie bashing brain, clobber, and cricket bat for quite a long time. Hey, you might even be able to hit the pub afterwards. On to the next perk of this game. Well, crap, I forgot to talk about weapon variety. There's a good variety of weapons. Early on in the game, I found a carbine, which is like a Lee Enfield. I was given a pistol. That's the first gun you're given. I also found a crossbow and a double barrel shotgun. You know, you have all sorts of options. You can go around guns blazing. I don't recommend that. You can go in stealthily like Daryl from The Walking Dead. You can go in stealthily Shaun of the Dead style. It's pretty good. And the locations are detailed and they're nice, and I love all the graphical inputs. It's decent graphics, but not extreme. The game is only $20. What else do you expect? It's amazing graphic-wise for the price you get. It's not going to be some uber DICE Frost Engine stuff. The story is not too great, but it can keep you interested. But in the character system in this game, that's its only choice. You can't get a connection to your characters, but you can get an importance of your character. I'll explain what that means a little bit. Basic premise, you're in London, stuff happens, hits the fan, zombies, yada yada yada. You go into a tunnel, some guy gets you into a safe house, you get friends with him, and you survive together. You go to places like the Buckingham Palace, like right here. The streets of London, which are creepy and aesthetically pleasing. Can't say that enough. I love that word, aesthetic. And you just jolly old grand old time. Now for core game mechanics. There's only one pause button, and that's the screen. You have to hit the enter button, and that's the pause button. It doesn't pause when you open your inventory. It doesn't pause when you're doing a quick time event. It doesn't pause when you're scanning for items, like right here. By the way, this mechanic was transferred pretty well from the Wii U onto a console, other consoles. Blah, can't talk right now. But anyways, it's immersive that way. In fact, I didn't want to use an actual pause button that entire time because it was immersive, which was great. And I also have a gripe with a lot of YouTubers who played this because they're terrible at it. They don't know how to play it right. You have to ping, you have to scan, you have to do all that stuff, but they just don't play it right. They exaggerate the gameplay to make it seem like it's hard to play. Now, more about that character system I was talking about earlier. If you die, you respawn as a different character. And you have to go get your old stuff. Simple as that. If you're playing the hardcore mode, you only get one life. And that's probably the most realistic thing there is. It'll get really upsetting when you die, and you were like my character. You were awesome, you were decked out in gear. You killed 91 infected, you did not go alone. Actually, no, I did go alone. But would it be counted as going alone if the zombies that killed you were technically already dead? Anyways, moving on. It's an amazing system that works extremely well. And every character is different in a way. One can be amazing at shooting, and the other can be terrible at shooting. It's well balanced, well made, and awesome. Another pretty neat feature is once they die, you have to actually go out and kill the zombified character, which is kind of insult to injury, but even more immersive if you're just playing the normal mode. It makes sense, it's a pretty immersive game. I wish there was Oculus Rift or something on consoles, and oh, check this out, this is an amazing scene. Pretty immersive right here, and pretty aesthetically pleasing. It's pretty aesthetically pleasing, I love saying aesthetic. Oh, I'm sorry for that, just aesthetic is awesome. Which, I wish I had a barbed wire cricket bat in this game. I can be like, what was his name? Negan from The Walking Dead. But what would I call a barbed wire cricket bat? I would call it Lucille. Wait, no, that's what it's already called. God, look, here's a clip of me killing myself so I can get my stuff back from the zombified me. I mean, like, it's about time I killed myself. That's just great. It's a sweet, it was bittersweet killing myself. It was amazing getting my stuff back by killing myself. Now here is a little known fact. Zombi is actually Ubisoft's original game. It was released, the original Zombi was released in the 1980s for home computers in Europe. That's why you probably wouldn't know of it in America. It sold pretty well. It got pretty good reviews, usually ranging from 8 to 9 out of 10. Amazing. Also got a 16-bit remake on some computers. It has actually a lot of the same mechanics from this game. This one I'm playing has some of the same mechanics from this, except you only have 4 survivors you can play as. There's no infinite survivors or hardcore mode, which is you have to find and kill the zombified survivors if you die. But this one has a better plot, trust me. And that's pretty cool in my opinion. But honestly, if this was Ubisoft's first franchise, I expected more. I expected more passion put into it. I expected more love put into it. I didn't expect a slightly above average horror game. Actually, it's actually above average when it comes to horror. It's good. But anyways, moving on. Since it's technically the longest lasting zombie franchise getting its own reboot, I expected a little more from Ubisoft. Just when I found that out, it just made me lose some appreciation for this game because it's really good. I love this game. It's one of the few horror games I actually like. Like, I don't really like horror games. This is the one exception. But man, it's like they didn't even add in a proper stealth mechanic into this game. It's like you're seen or you're not seen, and it's a survival horror game. Like, are you kidding me? Ubisoft? But anyways, that's the 2 major flaws. Not a lot of passion in the development of the game, and a flawed stealth system. That's basically the only flaws I see. Zombie is a game that needs a sequel, because if its horror elements in the game are expanded upon and improved, we might just have a classic on our hands. So I recommend Zombie to anyone wanting a cheap, fun, and interesting horror experience. Yeah, it's only $20. By the way, after this clip, stick around, there'll be an update for the channel. Now I have set up a defined default schedule for my videos. Basically. So, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and whatever the hell I feel like doing on the weekends. Cause screw it, the Mirror's Edge one was supposed to be on the weekend, and I was like, well, screw it, I don't feel like doing that. But anyways, weekend is usually just my time to relax, you know, stuff like that. So, that's that. If you haven't checked out the collaboration channel, Fireteam Fiji, yet, you should do that, because it's a lot of fun, and we're actually able to take down a few videos because they were offensive, but will be slightly offensive. Not over the top this time. Looking at you, Will. It's an inside joke. Now what is kind of going on is we are having different people edit our videos right now. Noah edited the first few videos, like the Red Dead Redemption and Overwatch one, and Gage edited the GTA stunts one, which was pulled down because if you saw the video early on, you'll know why some of it was found to be offensive. Yeah, so anyways, I'm getting my turn up at bat, and if I'm picked, that might affect the video schedule, which is why I brought it up in the first place, which I really hope I do a good job, and I hope the channel takes off, because we're all putting in our time and our part, and we're all having such a good time. It's so much fun. Again, it's called Fireteam Fiji. I can't put in a link, because I'll say why in a sec. So, basically, my PC is broken, and I'm stuck with the Xbox One's Upload Studio. Yay, I love bare bones, not being able to do anything or thumbnails, or putting links in descriptions. Just titles. That's great. I'm being sarcastic, but at least it's a little better than Windows Movie Maker. Actually, no, it's not, it's worse. Anyways, that's why I can't get a link in it. Again, it's called Fireteam Fiji. There will be big white text that says Fireteam Fiji on the screen. Go get it. Go see it. We got 11 subs, and the view ratio was already higher than my average video. FML.